There we go. It's live, and there we go.
Hello.
Okay, can get on to getting some clay out. Glad we have good enough reception with Facebook today that can do all the streams.
Let's start off with a teapot.
Yes, I will bring the teapot image up.
Yes.
Minimize that. And I saw someone join in just as I minimize the screen. See who it is in just a moment. Okay, where's my windows? Come back, windows. There we are. It's Kevin Rhodes. Oh, hello, and I'm Ulrich Stone. Hello, everybody. We'll be doing teapots. Probably make two of them.
Two of them.
We also have some more skull blanks to throw, large ones, and spinning bowl.
Spinning bowl. New request.
Yes. Small piece that we could get to the side. So we have Roberta Tower also joined. Hello. So teapots, it's about 60-ish. Yeah. So recall it's about the same size as the skulls.
Yeah, and which is another thing we're going to be doing today.
Yes. Ugh. Don't roll off the scale.
Don't roll the wrong play dead.
Okay, that is 60. And I do have a second bag.
This. There we go. Right color clay.
Yeah, you
Water
don't want to
clay.
use the red for. Oh no, you had the black open, didn't you?
Yes.
Oh, that piece is like 80. I don't think we want 80.
Could do one that's more 70.
Yeah, it is now 70. Like, it is a bit much. Correct. And yeah, I wondered if you threw the skulls or sculpted them entirely manually. Look forward to watching it for this. Like, yeah, we do. They're thrown first, so they're rather rough shapes. Just
We
basic
have up on
bowl shapes.
YouTube when we did a time lapse of us sculpting.
Yeah, sculpting skulls all day. Let's see. Seem to have. I see you have supervision today. Yes, with the cat in here briefly, and she went, you're just throwing board. It's the last time she was just hanging out in the window a good portion of the time. Had Matthew Britton and Cody Bennett as join as well. Hello. Let's see. I can go get the link to the skull video. Oh, let me scroll.
So, damn.
Does it not want to go up?
You wanted to go out.
That is not the direction we want. Ah, there we go.
It's nice soft clay today.
Coffee milk. Yeah, that works. Yes.
At this report, it doesn't look that much different than a skull blank.
No, it doesn't. There we go. And there's the link to the skull video. Yeah, it is it's a softer bag of clay.
It's okay. I'm more stubborn than it is.
I also had Elias tiger joints. And for anybody that I mangled their names, my apologies.
And depending on how the video quality is, you could go watch it on YouTube.
Yes,
Twitch.
depending on how good or bad the video quality on Facebook is today. You can get higher resolution over at the YouTube channel or the Twitch. And in any of the cases, I can see all of the comment strings.
Because that's her job.
Yep. That and, putting stuff on the shelf, bringing up photos.
Okay. cutting off pieces
and
of clay.
prepping clay lips. Okay, that's a 62.
And I have to sit here in the corner.
Yep. That one's, I have a 76 here. Will that be acceptable?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I'm gonna need to cut you pieces for lids
Yes.
and spouts.
Okay, so now what I need to do is, where is it?
Calipers?
Calipers. Oh, that are your basic clay color right now.
Would you believe those are actually red plastic?
Yeah.
Generally want what, the 11-ish ounces for lead?
Yeah. Don't need that much.
Okay. This is 11 ounces.
This could go right here.
So you can see it.
Yep.
And is this enough for a second lid? Yes. Well, it's 10 ounces. And the clay bag goes down with the litter box. One of the best things to clean litter boxes out into. Kind of appropriate in a way.
Plastic.
Yeah. It doesn't spring leaks. Who's Miller joint? Hello.
This is on top.
And that is the 76 ounce piece. Oh, Mom, that one had the small piece of clay on top?
But sometimes there are small pieces.
Yeah, I'm
of clay
sorry.
on top.
That was a lid! I'd set it aside so I could measure the other one. There we go.
It was, by the way, it was firmly stuck.
Yeah. Lid pieces. 2 lid pieces. Thump, thump. And you go grab the next bag of clay.
Squeeze the clay.
There we go. We'll set this lump aside. Kristen and Brian join. Hello. We're doing teapots, skull blanks, and spinning bowls. Egyptian spinning bowls.
For spinning flax.
Yeah, so that you put water in the bowl and you spin it using through the handle at the bottom of the bowl, which keeps your thread wet the whole time. Because flax has to be spun wet.
It doesn't spin dry.
You speak from experience?
Yes. You're also not supposed to spin it dry because of
Silicosis, isn't it?
yes, it's got stuff that goes into the air and it's bad for you. That's what I mean. It was a long time ago.
Yeah. And Angela Hopton joined. Hello. Okay, I'm gonna need to cut your peat. How much clay do we use for the spouts?
Probably 8 to 10 ounces.
Okay.
So
So
small amount. Because look.
yeah, because they're really small components.
Yeah.
So I'll cut you off like 10 ounce because they could always be cut down if they're too big. Just not too big. Oh, that one's 8. It can be 8. Okay. So the small blocks there are spouts. The
the
balls
balls
are lids. Yep. John Flynn joined. Hello. And if the video quality over here on Facebook is poor, you can also go view it over on either YouTube or Twitch. The link to the YouTube channel is up in the description. More van der Linden and Stacy last joined. No. Currently we're throwing the second of 2 teapot bodies. The teapots, of course, are what? Including the handle, they're 4-piece. But the bodies are being thrown right now. Then it'll be the lids and spouts.
Okay. Try to get all the openings the same size, because that'll make life easier.
Yeah. That way you can have 2 very similarly sized lids and then see which one fits which one best.
Yep.
And that one started off being a 78-ounce piece. The other one was 60 ounces. So, well, there'll be considerable volume difference.
Yep.
In all likelihood. Yeah. Cheryl Hollowjoy.
Hello. Come on, cooperate.
Getting the inside bottom smoothed.
Yeah.
Let's get smoothed out. I have a full shelf cleared for today's pieces.
Well, that's good. So we'll need it.
Got a couple of light bubbles going across the screen.
Cool. Let's see, what do we have here? Just a little smaller.
Oh, see it take it in a little bit.
That way they're the same size, so I just have to throw 2 of the same size. And it won't have to be, well, which one went to which one? Wait a minute.
Yeah.
The bodies will be different.
Are you going to do the bowl style over the top lids, or are you going to do the fits inside the lids?
I usually do the fits inside.
Okay. Because that's the style that you have on the one in the image.
Yeah, that's what I do generally.
Yeah. Oh. All of a sudden I can smell the bread. Must be getting towards the end of its baking.
Gotta have a chance to cook.
I know. So often we don't let the bread cool properly after it's come out of the oven before. We just can't resist to take a slice. And then, well,
Oh, come on.
you can...
It's smaller, damn you.
Henri Clay?
Yes, because I think I'm making it smaller. No, it's still the same size. Still the same size. Oh, I can tell it's getting smaller now because it's uneven at the top.
Yeah.
Yes, this is fine.
And what will go on at least one of these is that Italian hounded hair pattern. Should be fun. I don't think we've ever done that on a teapot. But that should fit the shape really well. Okay. Yeah. Right there. Yes, and it still doesn't block the shot. Well, you didn't round the lip on it. Well, it can be done once it's smooth.
It can, because it's not the end.
No.
And also, you don't drink or pour out of right there
No.
either. So, but yes, I will smooth it off once it's firmed up. So.
Scrape all the gradue off the hands.
Oh, the gradue.
That's
Nobody saw that.
Yeah, don't worry. Nobody's watching.
No, nobody at all.
Had Danielle Norris join. So next off, lids. Let me know if I didn't cut a big enough piece.
Let's see. Not big enough yet. And now, let's just make it faster.
And you'll have an opportunity to do second refinement to those tomorrow, right?
Yeah. Make sure they
So
fit.
so long as I make sure they're properly tinted tonight. Oh, yes. Chris Donovan joined. Hello.
Hello.
Doing teapots, skull blanks, and Egyptian spinning bowls today. It's an interesting combination.
It is.
Okay. Fit in the top now.
Yes.
Okay.
Acceptable.
So I put that one up on the shelf.
Now for the second lid.
So the 10 ounces was the right amount.
Yeah.
Good.
Throw the body first, then throw the lid.
I
and
remember.
Then the
I was pretty sure it was around 10 ounces because there's times where we've started off with 15 and it was way too much.
takes less than you would think generally for the lid.
Yeah. Well, the spout, the main thing is having enough length of tube to get enough to get the angled cut in. Whoop. Gotta go get the lid out of the oven.
Now, nice thing with this shape of lid, you could also use it to set tea bags in, or you can use it as a little cup. Okay, now, is it the right size? Yes, it is on the first try. How's that? Okay. And there's the second lid.
There we go. I'm back. I'll take that down. Okay, do you want me to put the bodies up at this point? Or do you want to see them
there so I can
see them while you're doing the spouts? Okay. And if that first piece doesn't turn out to be enough clay, you can always add more to that second piece.
Yeah.
I have Lee Kessler joined.
No. Right now I'm doing the spout for the two teapots. I'll do two spouts for the two teapots. Not one spout for two teapots. I don't think that would work so well.
You can join two teapots. You pour from one pot into the other pot. It'd be a very existential teapot. You just keep it swishing in the back.
No, Sarah.
It'd look more like a dumbbell at that point.
I think someone's a little tired. From working on the secret project, that's it.
We'll get to do the next round of decoration on that. Then there can be pictures of those second week of July, right?
Yeah. Ha 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 ha.
I suppose bwahaha is appropriate.
Bwahaha is definitely appropriate for this one.
Yes. because with the secret project, it's going to be a team effort.
Yes.
To create. So first, maybe it's this way, and paying attention to how much time it takes you to throw 2 teapots. Actually, this is probably the quickest step of the whole process.
Probably one of the more annoying steps too, but that's beside the point.
It looks like the 8 ounces was definitely enough for the spout.
Go.
1
spout. And then it'll get cut off at a diagonal. I'll cut a hole in the side of the teapot and then I attach them. I know it just seems horribly wrong to cut a hole in the side of it.
Yeah. Just, yeah.
Yeah.
And Seamus McMurrow joined. Hello. Okay, so
And of course,
for the
nose
spout.
always itches when I'm throwing. I
Oh,
can't
yeah,
touch my
always.
face with my hand.
Well, if you do, it's not going to do much for the itch, and you end up with more.
Yeah.
Was that a knock at the door?
No, that was cord being got to back up.
Oh, okay. We have your Miss Golden. Hello. Getting the spout done for the second of the teapots. Look, you haven't even pulled it open yet.
No, there's times where it just needs sound effects.
The Mickey Perry join, my Mickey Perry join there. And I suppose with the teapot spouts, it doesn't matter if you end up going through to the bottom of going through the bat, does it?
No.
Don't you have a greater chance of it letting go of the bat at that point, though? And you don't want that.
No. See the previous video.
Yes, there was much annoyance at that piece of clay, wasn't there?
There was more than one piece of clay, too.
Yeah.
It was really annoying. And I have to have the opening big enough that I can get my fingers in there.
At
Or
least
get it tall
initially.
enough.
Yeah, because at this point it's taller than your fingers are long.
Yes. Yes, it is.
So you get the bottom of it refined before you can get it to final width.
Yeah. Now I have to get it to smaller around, which will make it taller.
Which is what we want at this point.
As a tall tube.
We have to use the do a stream from the laptop tomorrow if we want to show off the assembly process.
We could do that, though.
Because it's not something you do at the wheelhead, is it?
Doesn't matter if it's straight, it's just annoying to look at.
Because I was like, I was going to say, that one's doing the hula there.
Here we go.
There we go.
Voila.
And it curved when you took it off the...
Of course it will. Well, it'll be adjusted once
Oh,
it's
yeah.
cut off. You cut it off at a slant. You put it on there, and is it the right length? Yes. No. If it's too long, you cut it shorter. And you can always adjust the top of the spout.
So it's got that better pouring shape.
Blah, blah, blah.
So next would be a pair of skull blanks.
Boom!
Oh, that was loud. Oh, I was like standing in just the wrong point in the room for that sound wave.
Probably because it wasn't
Ow.
that loud for me. it was a
I
slap
felt
sound.
it hit my ear.
I'm sorry. Note to self: don't stand on the ladder when I'm doing this.
Apparently. At least not with that size of piece of clay. Just something people on the other side of the screen don't have to worry about. There's a peak volume that the mic will do. And the skull blanks are not one of the more complex shapes on that.
Because they're basically a bowl shape that
It's tall.
tomorrow will get sculpted.
Yeah.
And
It's
the link further up,
yeah.
link in the comments, takes to the time-lapse video of us sculpting skulls.
Yes. What I could do is for those who might be watching this over elsewhere, you can post it over in that one.
Yeah, that would be a
So
good
here we
idea.
are. There we go. See, link out over there. Now watching it, make sure that it actually goes up in both places. Which I'm not sure it did or not. Just like this way?
Do we have
I don't know.
basic skull shape here?
Yeah. I'm having a hard time seeing if it's coming up or not. There might be an issue with that one. I'm not sure.
This will be a nice big one.
Yeah, that'll be a nice big skull.
There we go.
And that's it for that
That's
part.
it.
It is not a terribly complex shape at this point. Good. Because basically it's the sculpting blank.
Then once it firms up,
It get reshaped. Yeah, it's not nearly as loud over here as it was standing over there.
acoustics.
Yeah.
What a wonderful thing.
Sometimes yes, sometimes definitely no. Just all sorts of no. And this is how I end up with clay in my keyboard.
Yeah. At least you have worn the letter.
I have no idea how you ended up wearing the E key down to the point where it's barely visible as an F.
Yeah.
You've worn almost all of it off of there.
Off the paint, off the E key on my keyboard. Which isn't in a room with clay, by the way.
No. It's the texture of the skin itself, I guess.
I'm trying to say that I'm abrasive.
Yes, you're very abrasive. Not.
Usually my skin's fairly well polished, as in sandblasted.
Yes.
Go.
Yay.
That one. And now on to
Spinning bowls. Which is a bowl with a handle in the bottom.
Yeah. Really weird.
Which the person who's ordering it has said she's gonna send us a picture and or video of it in use, which is cool.
Yeah.
Open it. There it is. Find the correct file. So there is the museum find. Let's get that zoomed in a bit. There we go. So it's that kind of aspect ratio.
Yeah, kind of a
Because
bowl.
it's have to be deep enough so that the top of the handle will be under the level of the water.
I put handle on the inside.
This is not to be this clay. It is to be the red clay.
Ah, yeah, because that way it would look more like that.
Mind you, we'll get a red glaze on it as well. Ooh. Orderer's choice.
Yes.
But luckily that red glaze does look cool over the red clay.
Mm-hmm.
And do you want to do 2 of these?
I'll do 2 of them. Yeah, red water.
So,
Not to be confused with black.
and they said size 6-ish inches.
Yeah.
So 30-ish? 26?
I would say 30-ish.
30-ish?
Because it's also supposed to be heavier.
Yeah, it does look like it's got a heavier
Maybe
construction
30,
to it.
35. Just to make sure that we
Well,
have enough.
I'll do this first one at 30-ish, or whatever this piece is, which is 33. Split the difference. It can be that size.
We work the corners down, make it rounder. Round it all off. Makes it easier for centering.
It looks like about the right kind of aspect ratio. As they sit with the bowl, from what the person described as they sit with the bowl in your lap.
You wouldn't want it to slosh out too much.
No.
It's got to be deep enough.
Yeah. Unfortunately, with that kind of slanted view, it's hard to tell the precise depth. Mind you, I think it's about the same angle as what appears on the video coverage of you throwing.
Oh, yeah. That's kind of cool.
That's actually really handy. We have Paul Reed Overton joined. And no. So, yeah, that looks like the right sort of aspect ratio.
It's called experimental archaeology.
Yeah.
Can I make it from the picture?
If anything, the bottom of it might come in more. But I know that's something that... Yeah, there you go. Yeah. I think that's about it.
And then you put...
And then the loop handle goes on the inside.
Handle, yeah.
What's kind of cool is some of them that I was looking at the... Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
If anything, the original may have been shorter, but you don't know the real scale.
Yeah. There.
So, good amount of clay?
Good amount of clay.
Okay. Christine Lewis joined. No. Red-handed.
Been caught red-handed.
Oh, no. Squish. This is too much, I can tell. Yep, too much weight. 34. There we go. Within an ounce of the last piece. Okay. So that one thrown. That one thrown. And that one thrown. Good. Ah, 3 forms to take into the other room.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. So, I have 50 children. Hello. So, after that, what do you want to throw next?
Good question, really.
Because at this point, you have 3 bags of open clay, 3 different colors.
What would people like to see me throw next?
Throw with the red clay, the black clay, or with more of the tan?
Yeah.
My tea's almost gone. I know, I'm one to talk. Your tea will be lukewarm by the time you get to it. In some of the museum examples of these spinning bowls, you could actually see the grooves worn into the clay on the
Which
handles.
is cool. Yeah.
Of course, while this example here has 1, there were some of them that had 2 or even 4 handles in the bottom.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it was to keep the spun thread underwater longer.
Could be. Actually, you want it to be wet before you spin it, not after. You said this spun thread, but this spun.
Well, I think the spinning takes place under the water. We'll find out when they send us, how it's done.
Probably the pencil roving goes through there.
Yeah.
And gets wet, and that's at the point where it gets spun.
Yeah.
It's my guess at this point.
Yeah, I've never seen a spinning bowl like this used.
I want to see how this is done. That sounds kind of cool.
It doesn't hurt that drop spindle is one of your hobbies. How many drop spindles do you have?
About 12. That's not too many, is it? I don't have one of the ones with the glass whorls. Though.
No. So
Those
what
ones are
just
kinda
finished
cool
throwing here was the majority of pair of spinning bowls.
Yeah.
Egyptian spinning bowls. Julian Schmuck and Matt Pittman.
Hello. It'll be interesting
really
to see
forward.
how those are used.
It's a case of another time. Yet another occasion where we had people go,
Please dump the putter.
could you make me this? Oh, picture please?
I can generally replicate something.
Okay, so what shall you do next?
Which color?
Could short of getting any response, what we could do is stop playing with the bat. Throw some more mugs.
Yeah. That's what I was going to suggest. If we didn't get a response.
So you want to switch back to your light colored bucket.
The white water. It's very turbulent.
Only the cat's fallen into it. And
Which has happened.
More than once, there have been
The
little
lid
red
wasn't
paw prints going
quite
through the house.
One of the containers.
Indicating
They stand on it and goes.
And then you have annoyed cat.
Not just annoyed cat because it's annoyed people because there's paw prints on the carpet.
And I actually have a comforter cover that has permanent red paw prints on it. Because those never did wash out. And clay stains aren't something that bleach does much good to.
No.
It's a mineral.
Ask Brian all about it. I'll get that off my white shirt. It was the black clay.
Yeah,
Next time we saw him,
that stain is still there, and boy, did you get to hear about it.
I
It
told
really
him it was
doesn't
going to
come-
stain. I did. And it did, because it was a white shirt. No, that's going to stain. Nope, I can get anything. Any stains out. Except for that one.
So you have 4, 6, 8, 10 pieces. How many more do you want to do today?
We could do another 6 months.
Okay.
This is fairly soft clay,
Yeah, it is.
so it's not as wearing on the body.
Okay, so another 6. I've got cut off 4 so far, so I'll cut off 2 more. Yeah, because after this there'd still be like another 8 pieces that size in the bag, and I think that would be a bit much for today. And plus, we have a fair number of other things on the docket, including drawing and painting, and
Yes, lots of drawing paint.
yes, always, always. Ooh, that's a 30-ounce one, but it'll be a large mug.
Here.
Yeah, let's go ahead.
And I won't smack it down onto the wheelhead till we get back to him.
Thank you. Thank you very much. That was unexpectedly painful.
That one's just too goopy.
Goopy towel.
That one belongs in the kitchen.
No, it doesn't. It's got holes.
Okay, so that's why
It's been relegated.
Oh dear.
Where old kitchen towels go to die.
Old house in general.
Old towels in general, yeah, because there's a number of them that were also former bath towels.
I'm gonna cut them up.
Yep. Bath towels is like, take the scissors, make them into 8.
Not to say that, Kai's hard on towels or anything.
Every time we wash a batch of the clay towels, it's going through the towels when they come out, checking them for holes or visibility through the towel.
Yeah.
Because they get threadbare. They're being constantly ground on. And shape. I think throwing those rounded forms earlier today affected the aspect ratio. The mugs you're throwing right now have a lower overall shape. Undercut.
Too bad.
Ugh, yeah, it's one of those that's...
What really needs is cleaning.
Yeah.
But that's just a thing.
4 left to go. Oh, Atkinson joined.
Oh,
Silence.
yeah, they're going north.
Mm,
That's not a good sign.
no. We can see 101 from the window.
There's a green fire truck and an ambulance. And they were going north.
Green fire truck.
Yes. So it wasn't one of the ones.
No, it wasn't one of the city ones at all. Nor was it Cal Fire.
No. That's why it's kind of like
Green.
green.
I
Could
have
have
no
been.
idea.
It was forestry.
It could have been a forestry truck, yeah. Elizabeth Marguerite joined. No. I'm just finishing up the throwing for today. I'll have another just on cup there, and she's got 3 after this. And if you go back and revisit the earlier part of the video, you'll see Egyptian throwing bowls, like the one that's still up in the picture there.
And teapots.
And teapots and skull blanks.
Yes.
Oh, the least exciting of which is probably the skull blank.
It's both blank.
It's a blank. It's a shape that gets sculpted.
It's a kind of a rounded bowl
with thick walls.
because and sculpt it into the shape.
Because you don't want them to actually form holes when you're pressing in the eyes.
Or the ear, or the
nose. It doesn't have ears.
It doesn't have ears, no.
They get cheekbones, headed.
Yep.
Yep. 3 more and then we can have a slice of bread. Oh, I could get the butter out so it could soften some.
Yes, you could.
It'll
soften
bread.
all of maybe 10,
I know.
15 minutes.
Probably close to 10 because mugs generally take about 3 minutes. I gave it a little helping hand, though. I stuck it between the loaves of bread.
Let's see.
Yep. For those for those interested in seeing the process of sculpting skulls, we did share a link in all the places to the in the comments to the day of time-lapse skull sculpting. And tomorrow might do some streaming of the assembly of teapots.
Let's attach the
make sure that the lids fit.
Attach the spouts. Put handles on. There's a lot of steps to doing the teapots.
I suppose we could set up more than one of the workstations, and we could show you prepping the lids because that's in here with the Giffen.
Yeah.
And I don't think we've ever showed off the Giffen grip before.
It's a wonderful.
It's a very handy tool. It's a method to center things on the wheel head.
Yes. For trimming and
the
and
light.
attaching and all that kind of fun stuff.
So with it being via the phone, that'll be strictly over here on Facebook.
Depending on how much we can do over here.
Yeah. Ooh, chewy bat.
Let go. Say, let go. Let go, let go, let go. Do not want any chunk errors.
That one doesn't look like it's in very good shape.
There's always, let's see what the other side looks like.
Oh, the other
other
side's
side
much
looks
nicer.
Yes. So what we'll do is
Dang
put
it.
water on the wheel head, that way I'll soften up the goo on that side of that. Not that I've done this before or anything.
Assuming it's not domed,
It's
it's not going to sit the other way around.
it needs to be there's a lot of clay around the edges too.
Yeah.
So fine. I think what they need is people cleaning. Is taking them outside and using the hose
And a brush. Because you need an abrasive palm that doesn't clog.
Yeah.
Which means not using a sponge, scrubber, or towel.
Probably weigh in total like half of what they do now.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think you're wrong there at all. And just the other
Because
day
they're
when
just masonite.
Yeah.
They're circular
Coated in
pieces of
clay.
masonite with
two
two
holes.
holes drilled in.
And the nicer ones have the edges routed.
Yeah. Not all of them do.
No. I think there's at least one of them that's still one of the really old ones that's slightly thicker than the others.
Yeah.
So I ran across that one was popping things off their bats yesterday, and it was a case of, oh, I think there's like only one of those left. I'm just kind of impressive it's still around.
Yeah.
Yeah. May, and I would terribly mangle that last name. Zerinos? Thank you for joining. And if Facebook has poor video quality again, you can head over to the YouTube channel to see it there.
And if you subscribe to our YouTube channel, you'll get announcements while we're streaming.
Yep. Oh, that's a tall mug.
Yep.
My tea mug is empty. Block.
Other than that, then I'm like barefoot. That's always really trying.
Yeah. You always make disgusted sounds when the blop hits your foot.
Yeah.
And if it's goopy clay on the hands, it's Gradoo. If it hits something, it's blop.
Yes.
Okay. And then one last piece.
One last piece. Thank you. Does that feel like it was tickling the side of my face? It's driving me crazy. Okay, last piece. Squishy, squishy, squishy. Squishy. This clay is kind of squishy. This bag. Well, we've had a lot of rain recently.
Yeah.
That could be a reason why the clay gets squishy. Because the clay sits outside.
Yes. In our current shop arrangement, our pallets of clay sit out on the driveway. Which means they are at the
mercy of the weather.
Mercy of the weather. There's a couple of bags that are
90% of the time it's just fine.
There's a couple of bags out there that they aren't just squishy, they're squelchy. They're not a throwable consistency at all.
And in the summer, sometimes we actually might have to water the clay pile.
Yeah.
Because it might get 70.
Actually,
once in a while, a heat wave of 80.
And that can dry the clay out.
Yeah.
I mean, this time
You
of year.
just have to put it in the shade, is all.
Yeah.
But moving a ton of clay,
Moving
50
a ton
pounds
of
at a
clay,
time.
50 pounds at a time is not fun. I've done it before, repeatedly. This one time our delivery, the guy dropped the 2 pallets of clay, totaling a ton and close to 2 tons.
That time.
Close to 2 tons.
Right in front of the vehicle.
In front of the trailer, and we had to go that weekend. So in addition to loading the vehicle, I had, the There were two of us. It was me and my brother. We shifted 2 tons of clay that day from one side of the trailer, because it dropped it in front of the tongue of the trailer, to the other side of the trailer.
He wasn't amused because I didn't have a loading bay at my house.
Oddly enough, yeah, we do not.
I don't know too many houses that have loading bays.
No.
Just saying.
Oh, cheap face. Of watching the shape change from pass to pass. That would be a good one for having one of those Isnik decorations.
Yeah.
It's that kind of aspect ratio. I'm using that soft red rib that she's got now, just smooth the surface down. Oh, let's me join. Go. And that is the last piece for the day. Come this evening, I will carefully tent all those pieces with plastic so that they don't dry out too much overnight.
So I can do handles and spouts.
Yep, and handles and
Spouts and things.
stuff.
Oh my.
And lids.
That's end stuff.
Yeah. I'm going to have to check to see what sort of handles we have. Make sure we have the right handles so we can have them prepped so they're ready to attach at the same time as the pieces are ready to have them attached.
Because you work to the speed of the clay and the weather, not the other way around.
Yep. So, thank you to everybody who watched. And it will be up on YouTube for those who want to view it later. Bye-bye. Yeah, it's leaning too shut.
Realizes, oh, yeah, that's him.